Penso sono cose non ritorna più. Me dipingeva la maglia e la faccia di blu. Poi d'improvviso venivo dal vento rapido e cominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. Volare, oh, oh, oh. Cantare, oh, 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 oh. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. E volavo, volavo, felice, più in alto del sole, era ancora più su. Mentre il mondo pian piano sparivo lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. Volare, oh, 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 oh. Cantare, oh, 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 oh. Hello there, Robert. Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù e volare. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Grazie. Una canzone d'Italia, a song from Italy, perché io abito in Italia 2,5 anni. I lived in Italy for 2.5 years and had a great time with RAI, Radio Televisione Italiana, which also was kind of public television and radio. Had a marvelous time, the only American with 310 Italians. And boy, did I learn Italian fast over there. Right now, I'd like to sing a duet, and I want to dedicate this to Jack and Debbie Kirkland, to there with Jack's with Blinder Robinson, to Popeyes, who never fails with that fantastic chicken, to the Coca-Cola people, to probably all these breaks they've been announcing this, but you know this piano came from the Nice House of Music. You mean Popeyes didn't send the chicken tonight? We're in deep trouble. Well, Jim never sends me any pretty flowers, but Jim sends me chicken to last me for hours. Jimmy's barbecue, how we all thank you. That's called Resurrection on the Air, right there in front of your eyes. But anyway, right now I want to do a duet, and I want to dedicate it to the Nice House of Music, because without the Nice House of Music, we wouldn't have this brand new Kawai piano. There are no commercials, and Phil Clore, wherever you are, no interruptions. Hey, does your mother know you're out, Cecilia?
No, she doesn't.
Well, does she know that I'm about to steal ya?
Oh, my goodness, no.
Oh, my, when I look in your eyes.
What do you see, kid?
Well, something tells me you and I should get together. How's about a little kiss, Cecilia?
Well, I don't know now.
Or just a kiss. You should have been in the Navy with me. You'll never miss. You were Cecilia. Why do we two keep on wasting time? Hey, Cecilia, won't you please be mine? Now the way I used to sing it when I was 5 years old. Are you ready for this? That was 50 years ago.
Hey, does your mother know you're out, Cecilia?
I'm not done yet.
Does she know that I'm about to steal ya? Oh my, when I look in your wonderful eyes, something tells me that you and I should get together, honey. How's about a little kiss, Cecilia? Just a kiss, you never miss, Cecilia. Why wasting so darn much time. Hey, Cecilia, won't you please be mine?
I ain't done yet.
Mine.
Hey, Cecilia, oh, won't you please be mine?
You bet your boots I will.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My brother George thanks you also. It's a real privilege and pleasure to be here this evening. And now on stage with us is a good friend of mine, Mr. Dean Martin, who might sing, "Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody loves somebody too. Keep those cars and letters coming." You know, if Jerry Lewis were here tonight, Jerry Lewis might sing, "Well, now rock-a-bye your baby to a Dixie melody. When you croon, well, croon a tune from the heart of Dixie." Arthur Godfrey, "Just hang that cradle, mammy mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line." Louis Armstrong,
"Oh, and swing it from Virginia, yeah, to Tennessee with all the heart that's in ya."
Al Jolson, "Weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me." Why not? Something low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute that you sing that Swanee River. A rock-a-bye, your rock-a-bye, baby, to a Dixie melody. Yeah. I got a group of people together in Jacksonville about 20 years ago, and they backed me, and they sent me to Nashville, and we recorded a record at Columbia Studios up there, and the record was, well, we all look forward to becoming millionaires. We sold 14 copies of the record, and Ruth and I went all over, you know, because I was in the Navy at the time, and Ruth and I went all over, and about 6 or 7 years ago, she said to me, she said, you know, instead of giving candy to the kids this time, let's give one of your records. So that Halloween, when the kids would come and say trick or treat, we gave them a record. And for the last 7 years, our doorbell has not rung on Halloween. So what I'd like to do is sing that song for you right now and then go off, and I maybe be able to get back a little later, I think. But it goes like this. It's an old folk song. Now the preacher went out walking his lawn one Sunday morning. Course it was against his religion, but he took his gun along. Well, he shot himself some mighty fine quail and one little measly old hare. But on his way returning home, he met a great big grizzly bear. Well, the bear sat down in the middle of the road just as mean as he could be. And the preacher commenced to shaking and he climbed up a cinnamon tree. Well, the bear stood up and he rolled his eyes and he shook his ugly head. And the preacher looked up toward the skies and these are the words that he said. "Oh, Lord, you deliver Daniel from a lion's den. Deliver Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, the good book do declare. Well, Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't you help that bear. Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sakes, don't you help that bear." Well, the bear commenced to climb the tree, and that made the preacher sore. So the preacher climbed up higher till he couldn't climb up no more. Just about then, that limb gave away, and they both came tumbling down. And then that preacher began to pray. You could hear him from miles around. "Oh, Lord, you deliver Daniel from a lion's den. Deliver Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then the Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. Well, Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear. Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't you help that bear." Well, they fought all the way down to the river, and it was a terrible fight. That bear was really laying it on, but the preacher was doing all right. He dragged that big bear down in the water. It was 3 times in and out. Then the bear got loose, and he limped away, and the preacher, he began to shout. "Oh, Lord, you deliver Daniel from a lion's den. Deliver Jonah from the belly of the whale, and then..." Now, Lord, it might not look like much from where you sit up there, but the hardest job I ever done was baptizing that bear. The hardest job I ever done was baptizing that bear. Well, all right. We'll be back in just a minute. There were a lot of voices that I ran into in the years that when I was young and I was very impressionable, different kinds of voices like Perry Como, who would sing.
Alone from night to night you'll find me, too weak to break the chains that bind me.
Do you remember Von Monroe, who used to sing,
Dance, ballerina, dance, dance, for the night is young, and we are here for romance.
great voices. I think one of the most impressive voices I ever heard, one that influenced me the most, was the voice of, well, he sang this. When you're all alone and blue, no one to tell your troubles to. Remember me, I'm the one who loves you. But one of the best songs was written by 2 or 3 Frenchmen, and Paul Anka had to go to Paris to do a show, and he heard the song, and he had an attorney with him, and they rushed right out and they got a hold of the composers, and Paul Anka wrote the lyrics to it, and Frank Sinatra had the song. And now the end is near, so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life this full, I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. My way. Sinatra really hit his comeback because of that song. And I remember because it was about the same time that I wrote this for, I think, a very, very fine entertainer who's no longer around on stage, my mother. And I'd like to share it with you because it's what every one of the people here tonight do, why they do it, why we're what we are at any given point in time. And it goes like this. Here upon this stage, this is the only place where I know I am real. Here upon this stage, where I can laugh or cry, sing the love I feel. This is all I am. It's everything that I was ever meant to be. Singing from my heart the love that is so much a part of me. This is my whole world. This is the only time when I know I belong. This is what I love, and all I want to do is sing the world my song. For every time I sing, it's just as if I have been born again. And here upon this stage, the song I sing will never end. Thank you. God love you. And you know he does. He does. Right after this, we'll be back.